Anytime you're ready. Okay. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Town of Mangonia Park Code Enforcement Special Magistrate hearing for April 21st, 2022. My name is Doug MacGibbon. I'm the Special Magistrate. The first thing we're going to do is swear everyone in. So everyone who's here, please raise your right hand. Say, I do when we're done. Does everyone swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Everyone does. Excellent. I see we have a fine assessment hearing and a violation hearing today. In these types of cases, the town will go first. I believe the code enforcement officer is called out on an emergency, but he's available by telephone, so we can continue, or so we can do the meeting. So the first one will be case number 2022-05, which is 1225 45th Street. And whoever's here for that case with JBH Limited Company Limited, please come on up to the microphone. Tell us who you are, and the village will, or not the village, the town will tell you about their case.
It's on, I think.
All right, good morning,
Go ahead.
ladies and gentlemen. This is the Town of Mangonia Park Code Enforcement Special Magistrate. All right, Prop Manager.
Special Magistrate, if I could, I just want to make sure the code officer is on the phone. Claudia, can you hear me?
My name is Doug.
Yes, I can.
Claudia, did you swear? Were you sworn in by the Special Magistrate?
Yes.
Okay,
We're
thank
going
you.
to do is
Before we hear from a respondent, Special Magistrate, I'll have Officer Ruff present the case.
here.
Go ahead, Claudia.
Morning,
He'll read
Special-
first. Go ahead, Claudia.
Good morning, Special Magistrate, Code Enforcement Officer Ruff with the Town of Mangonia Park. At the code compliance hearing on February 17th, 2022, Special Magistrate ordered the respondents to comply with Section 6-40, 6-72, 6-73, and 6-65 of the Code and Ordinance of the Town of Mangonia Park before March 3rd, 2022, or be subject to a fine amount up to $250 a day until compliance is achieved. On March 17th, I mailed the order of finding violation and notice of hearing, certified mail to the address listed on the property appraisal records. It was also posted at Town Hall and the property. The green card was not signed, and as of today, the violation still exists.
And Claudia, just one additional question. You have a delivery tracking confirmed from USPS, correct, showing that the green card was delivered on March 23rd, is that correct? Thank you, sir. And Special Magistrate, I'll present the case file to the respondent, and I'll bring it to you.
Okay.
Hold by.
Street, and whoever's here for that case with JBH Limited Company Limited, please come on up to the microphone. Tell us who you are in the village will, or not the village, the town will tell you about their case.
It's on, I think. Yep. Yeah, it's on. Go ahead.
Okay. Feel like I'm at a bank.
And Special Magistrate, just to remind you, this is the site where at the previous February hearing, the condition of 2 fire hydrants is what you found in violation. There was one that's tipped over, and one that is relatively buried in mulch. I can give you the pictures from the previous case file if you need those. But as Claudia testified, this remains out of compliance. It's been out of compliance for 49 days, so the town is seeking a fine today. I'll give you the remedy at the end, but I'll hand it over to the respondent when you're ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have you seen the pictures of the fire hydrants?
Before we hear from a respondent, Special Magistrate, I'll have Officer Ruff present the case. Go ahead, Claudia. Have the fire hydrants been righted, or is the one up right now? It was reset?
All right, so you've seen it, right? Okay, so who,
So what I would request on behalf of the town is that we have the fine remain running through today, so since we don't have proof other than the testimony of the code officer that it's still out of compliance, and then she can come back with fine mitigation once the code officer verifies compliance, and we can take off those additional 7 days of fine.
okay. So what they're saying is, if you had seen them, you could testify that it has been done, and it was done on the 13th, and at least that would stop the last week of fines, but because you have not seen them yourself, you have to wait for some proof. So I would assume that the town would also like pictures, if they have them. of
Yeah,
the-
she can bring pictures to the fine mitigation request, yeah.
Just to, actually, when you transmit your reports to the town, throw in a couple of pictures of the repaired hydrants, so they know that one's straight up and the other one's not half buried in mulch. All right, so we have, how many days and how many dollars?
It's been out of compliance for 49 days, so that's a fine of, in your previous order mandated a $250 fine, so that's $12,250 in continuing, plus the administrative costs for today's hearing in the amount of $157.33.
All right, so where I'm stuck right now is, I'm in a procedural point where they have proven that there was an issue, we sent out an order, there was not compliance in a timely manner, and I'm just sort of obligated to do the fine right now. You can at least stop the fine with the other things. You may even want to go back today and send the town pictures so that you can backfill the reports in later, so that way we know that it's done. And I'll just grant the order for the $12,250 fine plus continuing cost in the amount of $157.33.
Claudia, just one additional question. Do you have a delivery tracking confirmed?
That's the next hearing is the mitigation.
Yes, correct.
You have to prove that the compliance has been achieved before you can even try to mitigate it. So what you're doing by providing the pictures is showing that it has been achieved, so you can get on the next agenda or the future agenda to get the fine.
But what you need from the town is you need what's called an affidavit of compliance from the town's code enforcement officer. So once you have the proof, and you can get Claudia to come out there to verify the proof, verify compliance, you'll need that affidavit, and that's how you get on the fine mitigation agenda.
Oh, well. Personnel issues, I hear. The good news is they can't blame you for it. All right. Good meeting, Ms. Wilson. Thank you. The
Thank you.
order will be mailed to the Palm Beach Gardens address, I take it?
Yep.
Yep. All right. All right, so we move on to our violation hearing 2022-04 and 2022-12. So I
Yes.
guess we have a couple of them.
Special Magistrate, just a correction to the agenda. The 2022-04 is the previous case number, so that can be stricken from your agenda.
Okay.
This is actually a repeat violation hearing. And the case number is 2022-12. It's VNR Holdings LLC. The violation address is 5801 Australian Avenue. And I'll have Claudia present his testimony on this case. Go ahead, Claudia.
Yes, I first observed this violation March 23rd, 2022. The notice of repeat violation / notice of hearing was scheduled for today's hearing, April 21st, 2022. The notice of violation / notice of hearing was mailed via certified mail, and it was also posted at Town Hall and the property. Signed green card was filled out for April 13th, 2022, and as of today, we have not, as of today, the respondent has not achieved compliance, and the violation still stands.
And Officer Ruff, you also have one photograph in the Vinatieri case file taken on March 23rd, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Thank you. Is the respondent present?
Feel like I'm at a bank. All right, please tell us your name, sir. All right, stop one there. You're going to spell your last name for us, please.
What was your first name, I'm sorry? Can you spell that? Special Magistrate, just to remind you, this is the
And what is your
site
position with
where
DNR Holdings?
previous February hearing,
Manager.
the
All right,
condition
so
of 2 fire hydrants
So
is
file.
what you found is are they going to speak as well, so we can get everybody's appearance?
sure, tell us who you are. Anyone who's going to speak, you get to tell us who you are.
That is relatively buried in mulch. What was your last name? I can give you the pictures from the previous case file if you need those. Okay. And the other gentleman? But as Claudia testified, this remains out of compliance. Last name RAM. It's been out of compliance for 49 days, so the town is seeking a fine today. And I'll give you the reference
Who are you here with?
at the end, but with that,
Now, what's your position here?
turn it over to the respondent
Okay, DNR
when
Holdings.
you're ready. And you, sir?
Okay. Have you seen the pictures of the fire hydrants?
Okay, so you're not actually here on behalf of the respondent, you're a resident? Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Have the fire hydrants been righted, or is the one up right now? It was reset.
All right. So you've seen it, right? Okay. All right, you have service. You can go proceed. What do we
So
have?
Special Magistrate, if you recall from the previous hearing, last month on March 17th, you found this property in violation for the same issue for parking the trucks in not designated parking spaces. They're not supposed to be parked there. They're semi-trailer backs, if you will. As you see from the picture there, the code officer found a repeat violation on March 23rd, which he's testified to, so the town is looking for a fine. As you know, under the repeat violation provisions of 162, the town's allowed to send notice immediately, not give time to cure, and start a fine running from that violation. And we're also entitled to additional fine amounts up to $500 per violation. So the town is seeking today a fine in the amount of $2,900. That's 29 days at $100 per day. The law allows us to get up to $500 per day. So we're only seeking 100, and we're seeking our administrative costs in the amount of 177.33.
All right, so
7 days.
does this have a site plan on it? Is there actual truck parking allowed somewhere?
No, that area that they're parking is not, it's just part of the space, but it's not a parking area. And also the town code prohibits semi-trailers from being parked.
So they don't have a loading zone or anything like that indicated, it's just like in the middle of the
I
parking lot?
don't believe so, no.
All right, someone's cranking out a big old map, so I have a feeling they want to show you something, then you get to show me something. Good.
Because you have not seen them yourself, we have to wait for some proof. So I would assume that the town would also like pictures. If they have them.
Yeah, she can bring pictures to the fine mitigation request, yeah.
Just to actually when you tell transmit your reports to the town, throw in a couple of pictures of the repaired hydrants so they know that one's straight up and the other one's not half buried in mulch. Alright, so we have how many days and how many dollars?
It's been out of compliance for 49 days, so that's a fine of, in your previous order, mandated $250 fine, so that's $12,250 in continuing, plus the administrative costs for today's hearing in the amount of $157.33.
Alright, so where I'm stuck right now is I'm at a procedural point where they have proven that there was an issue, he sent out an order, there was not compliance in the timely manner, and I'm just sort of obligated to do the fine right now. You can at least stop the fine with the other things. You may want to go back today and send the town pictures so that you can backfill the reports in later, so that way we know that it's done. And I'll just grant the order for the $12,250 fine plus continuing cost in the amount of $157.33. You'll come back for mitigation for at least part of this. That's the next hearing is the mitigation hearing. You have to prove that the compliance has been achieved before you can even try to mitigate it.
Town manager, were you sworn in at the beginning? Okay, thank you, sir.
Providing the pictures showing that it has been achieved so you can get on the next agenda or the future agenda. To get the fine amount reduced.
but what you need from the town is you need what's called an affidavit of compliance from the town's code enforcement officer. So once you have the proof, and you can get Claudia to come out. Manager Metcalf, if I remember, that was actually tabled at the meeting, right? There was no action because they wanted the applicant to provide more detail before,
affidavit, and that's how you get on the fine mitigation, agenda.
Since then, we haven't been able to get anybody to do any of this work because it's a small job and all these engineers are so busy that they don't have any time to even do any of this.
Well, I want to look at the survey for just a second, just to look at the block in the bottom. Let me go around this way.
Oh, well. Personnel issues, I hear.
I'm not concerned. This boundary survey is from like 2006.
Yes, sir. No, it's originally from 2006, but that's what
The
I
good news is I can't blame you
engineer
for
has
it.
to order it what he needs from that. I mean, but basically we submitted this handwritten ones we submitted.
Good meeting, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you.
Thank you. The order will be mailed to the Palm Beach Fire Center.
What happened is we didn't order the survey because we didn't know what the
Yep.
engineer wants because we wanted the, like a scope because we
Yep.
moved to the same thing there.
All right.
If you want to update, do something, yes, we can do it, but only thing is.
All right. So we move on to our violation hearing. So you began the process about 3 years ago. Two or three, it doesn't matter. It's 2 or 3 years ago. You were asked to provide additional information to proceed. They didn't reject you. They just said they need more because what you were asking for them to do was give you permission on some part of the property to park these things. And you had to show them where. And you never showed them where. You never followed through. And, you know, I understand COVID and I understand supply chains and all those things, but it's been a multi-year process. And I guess it wasn't that important for you to continue following through because we're still here in April of 2022 without a survey and an engineering plan that shows any completion of what they asked you to do. So basically you just sat there and put a gun and shot yourself in the foot.
And his testimony on this case. Go ahead, Claudia.
Right now I'm trying to do another place and I have been trying to get somebody to.
Yes, I
Okay, well,
violation,
so I get to excuse you because you can't find an engineer. That's your argument.
the notice of repeat violation.
So if you would have done this 2.5 years ago, there wouldn't have been a supply chain issue. There may not have been a COVID issue, but you just let it go.
Hearing, April 21st, 2022. The notice
Okay,
of
well.
violation.
Right, does the village or
And
does-
just so everyone is clear, it's not just that they need the additional documentation, they can't park those there without town council approval. So not only do they have to get the documentation, but they have to go before the council, and they still may not be granted what they're requesting. The alternative is to stop parking the trucks there. Until they have council approval, that's what needs to happen.
Now,
Otherwise,
she
we're
wants
gonna
to
keep
tell me
coming back
that
here.
she's gonna fix these trucks, and that she's gonna have time for parts. But that's like, you know, me trying to open up an auto body store in my house in Royal Palm Beach and then tell them, oh yeah, well, I'm just doing it for a couple of days, and I'm waiting out here with a stripped down car because I've gotta wait for the paint to come. So go ahead and tell me your story.
As of today, the respondent has not achieved compliance, and the violation still stands.
their side where the customers would drop the trailers off there at night, and because they can't see backing up in the dark,
And
leave it there.
Officer Ruff, you also have one photograph in the miniature case file taken on March 23rd. Is that correct?
Fault,
Yes,
it's not,
that is
he
correct.
has no control over
Thank you.
customers, dropping them off there. So
Is the respondent
Well, I
present?
don't think the problem really is dropping them off. It's where you put them on the property, because there's nowhere approved on the property to put them. All right, please tell us your name, sir.
off there, and then we pull them back to our location. And we've asked our customers to not drop them at the gas station because that's not where they're supposed to park.
So, all right, so these are a separate one there. Are they an approved repair
That's the
entity?
issue. What's happening at the gas station, I think, is a rental type arrangement. There's not everybody dropping them off that's not supposed to drop them off there. As the owners testified, they're trying to get town council approval for these trucks to be there. They want the trucks to be there. I haven't seen the documentation, but I understand that there's some kind of rental arrangement that's occurring. He's trying to get approval to allow the trucks to be parked there, for whatever that purpose is. But
Well, you don't have approval to park a truck there anyway, because the town council hasn't given you approval. And what is your position would be in our holdings? All right, so file.
are they going to speak as well? We can get everybody's appearance.
Sure. Tell us who you are. Anyone who's going to speak, you get to tell us who you are. So you should be suing her for her clients dropping it off in the wrong spot.
What was your last name?
Okay, no, I don't care, I mean, a rental arrangement would make it worse, but,
Just saying that that's why, because originally it was dirt and all the stuff, and then we just improved the place so that we could do something else, that sort of thing. The improvement was done, but it is just,
And the other gentleman?
we didn't do anything yet.
well,
Your Honor, if I could, just for the record, and she's indicated, and I believe what she's saying, that drop them off at night, but that picture was taken, that picture was taken at approximately 11:30 a.m. So from whenever they come to work to 11:30, it was still there. So just to her point.
Last
Yeah, I
name
mean-
R.A.M.
her property, is her property approved for trailer repair? So it's really almost a civil trespass matter right now.
It could be, yeah.
I mean, quite frankly, she's getting you in trouble, and you should sue her for getting her in trouble.
The land is out, the empty land is open land, and anybody can come and see if there is nothing, they can park the trailer and leave.
Yeah, but you know,
School is closed 9 o'clock.
yeah, but here's the reality of life. You know that her clients are dropping stuff off at your place, and you're gonna get fined for it. You need to yell at her and her clients, and they need to be out there at 6 o'clock in the morning or wherever, grabbing this crap off your property. And you're not even in the game yet, sir. So,
Special Magistrate,
you can
if
put
we
your
could
hand
hear-
down.
if we
I
could-
saw you, okay? You're not gonna get to talk yet because I'm not done with these people, okay? So we're waiting, this is politely, I get to finish with one before I get to the comments from the public.
It's not only for a hard trailer, if somebody else also deliver it, sometime I can find who is it. And
Well, the odds are really good if there's a semi-trailer parked there.
I have contact with the 3 different stores, they said they're not gonna sign this.
Yeah, okay.
I can't.
Okay, so you're not actually here on behalf of the respondent, you're a resident? Okay.
Yeah, well,
I used to have the cop, they said they don't renew anymore,
Well, this requires the big
I'm
record.
not in that position
All
right
right.
now. Somebody else using that, and I'm getting all the blame.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, you're getting the blame because of her business. And you should possibly consider civil action against somebody if you're gonna get fined here, because you're gonna get fined here. I mean, your property is not allowed to be a semi-tractor trailer parking lot. If you wanna redesignate part of the property through the town as a U-Haul trailer lot, that would be great, because it would probably stop them from parking there if your trucks were in the way. But right now, her clients are getting you in trouble. There's nothing I can do to her, because she's not in violation, but there's something you can do to her if this continues, or because this has continued.
And he could also, there's also, ballers or some type of restrictions that he could put up on his site to prevent tractor trailers from being dumped in the night, fencing, security cameras. There are a multitude of things that could be done. If we could just ask the code officer, Claudia, do you have anything else to add in terms of the frequency of the trucks and what you've observed?
Yes, multiple occasions. As I come in the morning, I grab the company truck and head over to town hall. It's gotten to the point that I've spoken so many times. They see the truck, and before I even get to notify them, hey, you guys got more trucks there, they already moved before I even speak to them, so they know they're not supposed to be there. And they're just, I'm talking maybe 4 or 5 times a week.
So I just wanted him to point out the frequency of this. So this is something, if the owner's concerned about his liability to the town in terms of code violations, he needs to do something to stop the behavior, so that he stops coming before you for fine assessments.
Okay, now we will get to Mr. Fetter, since you're so anxious to
Thanks,
talk.
Claudia.
Go ahead.
Not anymore. As the owner of the building that's right behind the gas station, Leader Park tenant, I'd just like to be able to see everybody get along. Trailers are on wheels, they're transitory. They drop off, they get repaired, they come back out, they stay, and they leave. And what you see are different trailers. And I really have no skin in the game. I would like to see everybody get along. I am trying to fix North Road. I'm actually getting estimates on it. We tried to quick deed it to us and complicated. I've spent thousands on that as well, trying to get attorneys to get all the easement, adjacent property owners, everybody on the same page. Nothing's easy.
Well, it's all not easy, but there are regulations in the town. And the regulations require town permission to park semi-tractor trailers, and your property has that. And you're special because you went through the process and you did it legally, so you can put those tractor trailers wherever you are legally entitled to on your property with the permission of the town, which is wonderful, but they don't. And it's transitory, but it's transitory and it's happening all the time. So if it was 1 truck a month, no one would care. The code enforcement officer wouldn't be there 4 or 5 times a week looking at these things parked there, because it's almost part of your business plan or your tenant's business plan to drop off vehicles at that spot. And that's wrong. And they're going to get fined for it because they don't have permission to park her client's trailers on their property. Right? So all I can do is find them because I have testimony and pictures, and all they can do is turn around and file an action against you or your tenant for civil trespass. Because that's what's happening here, and they're either gonna get paid by you guys, or they're gonna have to pay the town, but, your fault is causing them problems.
Start a fine running from that violation.
Okay, you got your say in, didn't help. It kind of actually hurt, because you say transitory, well, transitory has been 4 or 5 times a week, according to the testimony of the town code enforcement officer. That doesn't sound transitory to me, that just sounds like part of a business practice.
Fine in the amount of $2,900, that's 29
See,
days.
if there was a way I could not find them right now, I would, and I would fine you. But I can't, because it's not happening on your property. You're letting your tenant trespass on somebody else's property, and they're the ones who are in trouble right now.
Our administrative cost.
It's like you're just trying to condone an improper act. I can't say illegal because it's really not a statute they're violating, but they're violating an ordinance of the town, which makes it an improper act. You're not a permitted use over there. You know, if you want to permit that portion of their property for your trucks, because your tenants are using them, you can do that with them. But right now, they're in trouble. I have testimony. There's nothing I can do to help them, even though it's not their fault, it's
Parking
hers.
is not,
Okay?
it's just
And that's where I'm stuck.
space,
I
but
mean,
it's not.
all sympathy to you guys, but you gotta make them
parking
stop,
area, and
or you gotta
also
make
the
them pay.
Town code prohibits semi-trailers from being parked.
Yeah, well, that's fine, that stops the fine. But it's $2,900.
And it's technically continuing until they call for compliance inspection, which they haven't done, so it's, I'm asking for a continuing fine.
See, you're like going, oh, yeah, well, they stopped. Well, what happens is the code enforcement goes out there and they say, there's no trailer there today. So there's an affidavit of compliance for today. And then they go out tomorrow and there's a trailer there, and all of a sudden you have the third code enforcement case, and it's another repeat violation, and it's not $100 a day, it's $250 a day or $500 a day. So y'all need to work this stuff out, because you're getting tagged for it.
One, they're not all their trailers. They're none his trailers. There are people that live in, as you know, trailer parking in West Palm or anywhere around here. There's people that live in Riviera Beach. They know, and I've fought with them for years before they were a tenant. They park, they know that that's not my property. So they know it's not, they know it's in the city streets. So they park there overnight, over weekends, weeks at a time. They drop their trailers, they pull their tractors away. And again, it's not my property, so it's hard for me to throw people off of my property. It's not my property.
Well, then you call FP&L and you tell them to throw it off. You're just throwing excuses out. And it's like,
You're just acting like dealing with, we try to support the town, I try to be, anybody else. And I'm not feeling singled out, I'm just trying to broker a little piece.
but you don't have the permission, or you do not have the ability to give them permission to park a semi there. So if you can't do that, what kind of peace can you broker? I mean, all you're trying to do is excuse them, and it's not their fault, and I know that, but it's their property, and these are pictures of these vehicles, and they're not permitted, and what can I do about it? Tell me, what can I do? Do I close my eyes? Do I ignore their codes? Do I say, oh, it's fine, you're providing a public service, so we're going to ignore everything? No, you have, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Has ever heard of that one? You know, you have to comply with all the lovely regulations of the towns that you're in, or you move to a different town. So, you know, I can't, it's not their fault, but they're going to get tagged for this because of her. Well, I don't feel bad for them because they're going to end up suing you, and you guys are going to have fun together. You know, but really, this is a bad situation. Bad situation needs to stop. The town wants it to stop. The only thing I can do is order $2,900 in fines, plus continuing. You can stop it tomorrow or today by calling out a code officer to show that there's no vehicle there, but the next time they park something there, they're going to be out with another repeat violation. So you need to do something. Sure. And you have proof of that how? you have an email that I can see? Do you have a recorded message I can listen to? So, I'm here, and all I have to deal with is file and the testimony. And your business, you know, I hope it's very, very fruitful, but, you know, you've got a problem with your neighbors that you're causing, and I can't get you, but I can get them because they're the ones who are being tagged for the violation.
And just for clarity, the property owners need to call for the inspection. She doesn't have standing to request a compliance inspection. She doesn't own the property, nor is she in violation.
Yeah,
One
I
of the two
mean,
gentlemen who
the
own the
guys at
property
the
need to
gas
call.
station need to call for it. It's your fault. I mean, that's it. It's your fault. So you're trying to help out, but okay, well. Okay, well, it sounds like someone needs a fence or something. What can I do? I mean, with the testimony I see, all I can do is award the $2,900 plus continuing, plus $173.33 in costs. And I'm very sad about the situation. I wish I didn't have to do this, but all I can do is follow the law. That's all.
And just for the record, Special Magistrate, you'll also be finding them in repeat violation, is that correct?
Oh, yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
obviously a repeat violation. It keeps repeating. So I'm going to sign an order to that effect, and, you know, if you want the fines to stop, you need to make sure you call them on a day where there's no tractor out there, and they will say it's stopped, and then you need to talk to your neighbor about contributing to this, because it's not your problem, but it's your problem because where they are. That's all. That's all I can do. I have 75 feet of chain in my garage that I pulled up off the bottom of the ocean that would go right between a set of tires over an axle and would be locked up. And that person would have to come to me to get unlocked. That's how I would handle the situation. They're trespassing, they're using your property, you can bolt it down. You can call the sheriff, this person is trespassing, but you can also just bolt it down until they have to come ask you to let it go, and then you can deal with them. Say, if you ever do this again, I'm keeping this thing. And we're all done. I've already made a ruling. There's nothing that's going to be, and you get to deal with that issue too. If you don't want to do that, you put up a fence and then they can't back into your property. You can fence off the areas where they park, and then you open the gate. All right, I'm done. I'm signing an order. You guys can figure it out. I don't have to figure it out. All I have to do is see the number of days and the violation and the amount of the fine. And that's all I have to do for a fine assessment hearing. And you've all told me that it's happening and it's a problem. Now your
Special Magistrate,
problem.
are you also assessing the town's administrative costs?
I already said 173.33.
Thank you, sir.
So we're done. Y'all figure it out. Okay?
Nothing further from the town, sir.
All right. Nothing further from town. I guess we're adjourned.
Thank you, sir. Claudia, we're all set. Thank you.